Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is my fourth attempt at a video today, so hopefully it won't turn out like crap like the rest of them did. A few things I tried to do were epic fails. So, um, first of all, I wanted to share a couple quick things. One is in reference to Skype. I wanted to let you know that I'm on there too. I'd enjoy visiting and talking with people, but I don't know anybody's Skype handles. Mine is, let's see, make sure I get it right here. It is the KimWiz 89, or the KimWiz 89. So you can find me on there. I am on most evenings, usually later in the evening after 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And so that's one thing. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is I have a new pipe, a new estate pipe coming to me hopefully soon in the mail. I won it on eBay today, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a shape that looks like a shape I'd really like, at least in pictures. So it's one that I don't have. And it has this nice eighth bent stem and an acrylic stem. I don't have a lot of acrylic stems, but this one kind of looked cool to me, so we'll see when it comes in. I'm sure it'll need a little bit of work and cleaning up, but there's been so many good cleanup videos out there between Jay's and Matches 860. Thank you guys for putting those out. Maybe when this one comes in, I'll do a few tips that I have for what I do. I guess the housekeeping tonight, I'm smoking a cigar, taking a break from all the cherry blends that I've been working on, so I'll give an update on those. I'll try to give a response about those cherry blends sometime soon, but this is a Casa Magna cigar. It's a Colorado, and it has a darker wrapper. I suppose it might be a Maduro. I don't know a whole lot about this because I was gifted this cigar. It's pretty just kind of leathery and earthy, not too spicy and not too strong yet, which is good. I want to be able to function the rest of the evening. But anyway, the rest of this video I want to give my response. This will be a response to Jay's happiness question, whether happiness is something that we create or if happiness is something that happens to us. And I think it all comes down to your definition of what happiness is. Happiness, sometimes it's a reaction, sometimes it's an attitude adjustment. I think no matter which way, it's always going to be a mental state of, that's redundant, mental state of mind, a state of mind that we present to ourselves. And then others can observe, and sometimes it's outwardly obvious that you're happy, and sometimes it's not. But I think the bigger question here, and the more important issue here is not whether or not something makes you happy, or so that would be something happening to you, or happiness happening to you, or if you see something and you react in a way that it's happy. I mean, if you found out you won the lottery, yeah, I think you'd be happy. Or if you found out that you got a promotion at work, yeah, you're probably going to be happy. Those kind of things are obvious. What I think is more important to our well-being and our souls is whether or not we can find joy in all things. Happiness is, the state of mind of being content and being pleased with things, while joy is something different altogether. I think joy is something that you can find, or joy is something that you can take from any situation even situations that make you sad or that make you angry, you can find joy in it for what it causes you to become. The way I think about this sometimes is my grandpa told me a story of when he became the police of or the chief of police. When he sat in for the interview, the gentleman interviewing him asked, if there's one thing you could change in your life, what would it be? And my grandpa answered him, absolutely nothing. And the guy kind of looked at him strange and kind of caught him off guard a little bit. And he said, well, can I ask you why? And he said, well, sure. He said, everything that's happened in my life up to this point has made me the person that I am. Both the good things and the bad things. And it was amazing to me that my grandpa could find joy in the fact that that was the truth. And that he was, while he may not always have been happy with everything that happened, he could find joy in the fact that he was who he was because of those events. Kind of going off kilter a little bit here, sorry, straying a bit away a bit from happiness. But I'll come back to it here real quick. So I think that's what's more important, is that do you have something in your life that fills you with this innate feeling of joy no matter what happens. And there's things in my life that I'd like to share, but they're probably a little too personal that I don't want to get into right now, that I can find joy in even though there are bad things. So this past year's been a pretty good example of that for me. But anyway, wrapping back to happiness, since I would consider happiness a state of mind, it's not healthy, I don't think, to feel like you need to make yourself happy. Because happiness is fleeting, and happiness is not eternal, and happiness does not last forever, because things are constantly happening to you that you are going to react in different ways. And if you're always trying to make yourself happy, you're going to be chasing that and basically filling that emptiness or that desire to be happy, and you're not going to find something that's always going to keep you happy. Somebody's always going to upset you. Something's always going to happen bad, something that you didn't plan. And that's why happiness, I don't think, is something that you create. I think happiness is a way that you react to things that happen to you, because it's not healthy to try to create happiness. Now, don't get me wrong, it's great to do things that you know are going to make you happy, but that's different. I think that, or maybe that's what some of you guys are talking about, maybe that's what those of you are saying, that you create your own happiness, maybe that's what you're talking about. And sure, that I would agree with that completely. I mean, I'm happy smoking this cigar, and it was my choice to come out and smoke this cigar. Just to make a very simple point with this. And that's true. But it's the act of smoking the cigar which is making me happy. It's not that I've created happiness by any means. It's always an action that takes place, and the happiness is my reaction to that action, even though it's an action I choose to do. Hopefully that all made sense. Also, this has gone on long enough. So those are my thoughts. Feel free to comment. Make fun of me. I don't care. Say I'm completely wrong. But those are kind of my thoughts on the situation. Is just from a philosophical standpoint, happiness is not something you can create. It's always your reaction to an activity or an action that happens to you. So this could go on and longer, and is probably meant for a conversation to have back and forth. But if you can... Yeah, I'm going to stop. Because like I said, you could just keep going. And everybody who's answered this, I think, feels the same way. You could just keep talking about it. So I'm going to enjoy this cigar, watch a few more YouTube videos, and I'll see you guys later.